Take the exit. Turn right into the drive-thru.
Nope, I'm making dinner tonight.
You don't have time. Josh has practice.
Oh, that's right. I'll just get a salad.
And fries?
No, just the salad.
But salad cancels fries.
Salad only.
Fries.
Salad.
Fries.
Food noise isn't fair, but Mochi Health is. The affordable GLP-1 source that puts you on the road to successful weight loss.
Hey, can I get the...
Fries.
Salad. Sorry.
Learn more at joinmochi.com. Mochi members have access to licensed physicians and nutritionists. Results may vary.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
What's up, everybody? Short Shifts here. Jeffrey J. Hulavecchio, Topher, Christopher, Ryan Scott has no idea what I'm going to talk about. Toph, this week on the podcast, early in the week, we had Andrew Alberts, who sounded like he said he was more of a defensive defenseman throughout his career, right? And we talked about this on the podcast, and back when he was playing, which really wasn't even that long ago, there was kind of two different types of defensemen. It was like you're either a defensive defenseman or you're Erik Karlsson. You're kind of playing defense. You're Danny Richmond. Like you're kind of playing defense, but you're really there to play a little bit more offense. In today's game, and Albie alluded to this, like it's kind of positionless at times, depending on what team you're on. Everybody's playing everywhere. What should young defensemen be focusing on? Because, some are way too focused on points. Some, I think, are playing too much, trying to be that defensive defenseman, where I think a little bit more now, you got to have both in your game to make it to those higher levels. So speaking to the young defensemen out there, or the young coaches that are working with younger defensemen, peewees, bantams, midgets, junior players, what are some things that they should be looking for, working on, focusing on, details that defensemen need at the higher levels?
Okay, we could probably have a whole podcast on this, but if we're going to nail it down to 10 minutes, I think when you're looking at the modern defenseman, first of all, you have to be able to break a puck out. You have to be able to break a puck out. And the reason why is when you get to the higher levels, so many teams are so structured in their neutral zone that they're trying to get teams to force or to dump pucks in. And so you have to be able to retrieve. You have to be able to retrieve and make a breakout pass. You have to be able to retrieve and understand how to recognize the pressure that's on your defenseman going to get that retrieval and be in a good spot to be able to support them. So doing a lot of different retrieval drills, whether it's individual or small group, or you're adding it into your team practices, like they have to be able to break out a puck. They also have to be able to close space fast. They have to be able to close space fast. What a lot of people are talking about the higher levels when it comes to D-men is, how can we kill a play? How can we take time and space away as fast as we can and then get going in transition? So really working on situational skating, whether it's in the D zone, whether it's off a rush, whether it's even you're in the offensive zone and you want to serve somebody and take away time and space, whether it's the person with the puck or the person without the puck. So how can you close plays fast? And a big part of that outside of the situational skating is what Andrew Alberts talked about on the podcast is your stick. Just having a great defensive stick, being able to angle and close quick. That's a huge, huge part to being a good defenseman nowadays. If there were other things to work on, to focus on, like I think working on your blue line play offensively is really important. So if you think about it, like there's a lot of low to high now at the higher levels of hockey because all teams are trying to, again, close and kill plays quick, particularly below the goal line and in the corner. So you're seeing a lot of releases out low to high. So as a defenseman, working on your shooting and working on your skating of how to walk the blue line, get it to the middle really quick. That could really help too. It's a great habit to have. And again, like you want to get the puck to the middle of the ice, whether it's a low to high and you pass it to your partner, or it's a low to high and you're freaking gone, like sprinting to the middle, because when you get the puck to the middle, now you have options. If you're just along the wall, you have to go one way. But once you get to the middle, now you got two ways to go. Now you've given yourself potentially a shot lane, to the net as well. So blue line play, I think, is another one. So if I'm going to put it to 3, because we have 10 minutes on this, I would say retrieval skills, defensive skills in terms of closing plays quick, and then your work at the blue line.
I love that. Are you?
And I tried to give the why on that too, of kind of like why I think those are potentially the most important things to work on.
I love that. I love that. And talking about closing skills, I feel like when we were younger and coming up and early in our, maybe college, pro, junior careers, closing the gap was more of a D-men skating at you and just trying to murder you. But hockey players now, compared to when we were, 18 to 23 even, have so much more agility. If somebody comes at you straight on, you're almost always going to miss them if you've got a little bit of distance. Is there a difference that you're seeing in the game now by closing the gap where D are skating more forward or they're up tighter just all the time because they're better skaters?
Yeah, I think just the way that people think about the game defensively is a little bit more aggressive, and we're trying to defend like in the offensive zone. Like when did you ever, when we were playing, hear a coach talking about defending in the offensive zone?
Not once. Zero.
Right? So it's all about getting up on your gap. Like defensemen, when we were growing up, were told to stay at the blue line, right? Like stay at the blue line and then accept a rush. And now you're seeing defensemen, when there's a scrum in a corner, the defensemen are right up on the winger, like again, taking away that time and space. So if the other team does get the puck and they pass it to that winger, now we're right on them rather than now accepting the rush. And like defensemen, when we were growing up, it was skate backwards and accept rushes. Skate backwards and accept rushes, stay in between the dots, right? Like just keep them to the outside. And now it's not like that. Like there still obviously is accepting rushes, skating backwards, but the best way is to be up on those players so you don't have to do that. So now you're skating forwards and you're angling rather than just accepting the rush in between the dots. And a lot of that has to do with team tactics too. And like a lot of again, there's so much more of a method to the madness with the track as well. The track and the accepting of the rush. So like, it's just a different game, man. You know that. Like, it's a different game.
It's so different. How important is it for D-men to get their shots through
at the blue line?
Yeah.
I mean, is that a rhetorical question?
But like
between that and getting him blocked or what?
Pretty obvious. But I mean, like so many kids, they just want to hammer the puck as hard as they can. And they would rather take an absolute bomb of a 1T than take a little wrister that gets through. And I've seen that at the younger ages forever. For 20 years.
Well,
I noticed
I'll
that
take it a
with
step
younger players.
further. Yeah, I'll take it a step further. And like what a lot of high level coaches are talking about now when it comes to like getting shots through at the blue line is like your pre-shot movement. So putting yourself even before you get the puck in a position where once you get the puck, you might already have a lane already. And so like if the forward is bringing the puck up and they get to the hash mark along the walls, then we're moving. Like D always got to be scanning where that winger is. Are they in your shot lane? Are they in your shot lane? Scanning. Because maybe all it is one or two steps, one way or the other. And now if you're on your one-time side, like that player gets you the puck, boom. Like you can one-time it, you have that lane already instead of
Kaboom.
that boom, boom, and then kaboom. Right. And then just working on deception also, like when you do get the puck at the blue line and being able to get players out of the shot lane. So you get the puck and maybe you do a little head fake this way, pull it back this way, and then shoot. Or it's a fake slap shot, and then we push it one stride, and then it's a shot onto the net. But I agree, like the most important thing is get the puck to the net. Get the puck to the net. You're probably not scoring as a defenseman. You're probably not. There's too many people in front of you. The goalies are too good. Too good. Yeah, get it to the front of the net to create chaos for potential second chance opportunities. Or, you can even do the Lidstrom too. Like, what did Lidstrom? He probably got how many assists in his career from firing the puck off the end wall wide in an angle where it was coming right back out to the front of the net.
Genius. Love it. Love it. And D, what a lot of you guys don't realize, as a winger who's covering you, the hardest thing ever is when you got an active D offensively who you're covering, because you got to like stay low. You can't get beat through like the top of the circle where they slice through kind of the zone. You got to have your head on a swivel. As soon as you as a D man, you should be watching that offensive player who's guarding you, that winger, watch his toe caps. Rob Schremp said that in a power play mindset, but we're talking about you as an offensive D-man. Look at that guy's toe caps. Where are they pointed at? And then just shade over just a little bit. Oh, he turned his head to look down at the corner. Shade over just a little bit more. You get that puck, you will have way more time than you think, but it's very hard as a winger to find an active D-man, because then you got to turn. Your first instinct is to go out at him. But if that guy doesn't move laterally first, you are going to get your shot through. And the quicker you get it off, the better.
Mm-hmm. So hopefully that answered your question.
Love it. Thank you.
All right, cool. Time's up. Share the show.
Share it.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.